Welcome to Insights and Inspiration with Dr. Ronnie Samuel, clinical psychologist and author. Dr. Samuel shares gems of wisdom from her professional and spiritual experience of emotional healing and wellness.
Many of us get into our cars without thinking twice and we drive to work or wherever we need to go. Not so for 27-year-old Luke, who works in IT. Luke had to travel to various sites as part of his job, and he developed an all-consuming fear of driving that left him quite helpless and unable to actually complete his job. At the same time, Luke had other fears. He was afraid the dogs were going to bite him and that he would suffer from rabies. He also developed a fairly irrational fear of being in crowds. Luke was afraid that someone would inject him with a syringe that would eventually result in him becoming HIV positive. In his head, he understood that all of this was irrational, but Luke's life got smaller and smaller, and all he did was go from work to home and literally stay in his room the rest of the time. Luke had responded well to anxiolytics, which dropped his anxiety level significantly, but it did not reduce the fear of leaving home. So what was the root of all this anxiety and fear? As we explored various aspects of the human experience, I came to learn that he had a deep fear of death and dying. Isn't that the greatest of human fears? It is one area of life we actually feel that we have no control in. However, if we understand that we are spirit, soul, and body, and in fact the spirit never dies, it's an eternal component of who we are, it will go from age to age. I referred Luke to the scripture that reminds us that there is a time to be born and there is a time to die. These are two fixed points in our journey, and we can do very little to actually shift those pillars. However, it is our duty to fulfill our purpose in between, and to do so with joy and abundance. Today, I would encourage you to free yourself from this tyranny of physical death and harm. Understand that God knows the number of days that He has released you to walk freely in the earth. Luke overcame his fear with this knowledge. He started taking bold decisions, and now he's actually doing an internship overseas. So today, be encouraged. Keep moving forward.